Today I'm going to be showing you guys my God tier dexterity faith build, in which I'm going to be providing you guys on how to pretty much put together and take those foes down like you just saw in the video. If you like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. So the build that I bring to you guys today is a combination of a dexterity and faith. We are going to be taking advantage of a couple of weapons along with some good talismans that is going to make us pretty much very powerful and deal the max lightning damage that you can in Elden Ring. So enough is enough, let's dive in. So first of all, we are going to be focusing on two weapons. One is the Nagakiva, plus 25, fully leveled up. Dexterity attribute scaling is B, and second is strength. And it's also a attribute require of 22 and 18. Next one is going to be the Bolt of Grand Sax, fully leveled up. As you see, this one is a dexterity then a strength weapon, making this a very potent weapon. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to pretty much just put this together, and you are going to be very strong in Elden Ring. And trust me, you're going to enjoy this build because it's going to let you guys have a lot of fun with enemies and things like that, because you are able to pretty much just fight from far away if you want. So if you like to get close to enemies, then you can also go to the Nagakiva, which is going to be a lot of fun because you're going to be dealing a lot of damage because our focus is here, lightning. So let's continue, boys. And the next one is going to be, we are going to be using the Halictree Helm. This one does boost our faith by 1. There's also another helmet that I can't take off the top of my head, but you can do 2, but I'm going with this one because I look very OP. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think I look OP or not? Well, let me know. Anyways, next we are going to be using the Commoner's card, because this one will also boost my faith by 2 more additional points. So in total, we got 3 extra little points there, because this is what we're trying to focus on, faith. And then I'm going to be using the Clan Rock Gauntlets, Clean Rock Gleaves, because they look very nice on myself. Next, we are going to be taking advantage. Like I told you guys, we are going to be focusing on lightning. So we need to make lightning very strong. And how do we make it very strong? We got to put a couple of talismans to work together. One is going to be the Lightning Scorpion Charm. Raises my lightning attack, but does lower my damage negations. I got to be careful. But the good thing is that with the Grand Sack, I'm able to stay away if I get into any danger and just pretty much beat down on enemies really easily. And next up, we are going to be using the Faithful Canvas Talisman, because this is going to raise any incantations. And as you see in the video itself, I'll show you guys really quick right here, I am using the following incantations. One is the Vike's Dragon Bolt, because if I'm able to do this, I'm infusing my weapon in my right armament, which now I'm able to do 881 just on that weapon itself, and I'm not yet fully leveled up. And then on top of this, I'm also using, guys, the following, the Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike, which also is an incantation, which that talisman itself is going to even raise the power on it, and is going to make it very strong if I get in any trouble. If I want to finish off any boss or any enemy really easy, you know, that's a really nice crowd control if you guys want to use it like that. Next, let's continue, boys and girls. And then we are going to be taking advantage of the Char of Alexander. If you don't know this one, you must get this, guys. This is probably one of the best, or the best talisman that you can have in Elden Ring. This one you can get it once you complete the Alexander's quest. And then this one, the Ritual Sword of Talisman. This one is going to raise attack power when HP is at a maximum. If you have seen my other videos, I highly encourage you guys to use this one, because you are going to be raising your power attack. And once you raise your power attack, on top of the talismans that you already have, the faith couple pieces that you guys already have, and the weapons, trust me, this is going to be very potent. No other talisman does the job that this one does, because you're going to be trying to maintain that HP as high as you can, and that is why you need a lot of those Flasks of Crimson Tears, because you are going to be dealing a lot of damage, and really heavy damage, once you hit your opponents. So now that you see how that is being put together, let me show you a couple of more things that we are going to be helping this build become even more powerful, guys. And one is going to be what's in my Flask of Wondrous Physics. One is the Lightning Shrouding Crack tier, which is going to temporarily boost my lightning attack. And two is going to be the Stone Crack tier, which is going to temporarily make stance break easier. So as you saw how in the beginning I was pretty much knocking Melina down after every second hit with the Grand Sacks, with the Bolt of Grand Sacks, then that is the tier itself here doing the damage. Because every time I hit any enemy, it could be any boss, anyone that is very high on HP, then once I hit them twice, they're going down, boys. They're going down. And then you are able to take advantage. So either you're going to be spamming this weapon, okay, or you are going to use the Nagakiba. And I showed you guys here a couple of examples right in the beginning of how I was using it. So as you see how this is put together, and we are just taking advantage of pretty much making this build very powerful. So I'll show you guys one more time. I'm going to show you what exactly I go through the whole process of making this really buffed up. So first we are going to be using Flame Grant Me Some Strength. Okay, so let's jump around. And then next we're going to use the Golden Bow, which is going to raise our pretty much faith. And then on top of this, we are going to be using the Flask of Wondrous, which is going to raise pretty much our faith, which is not faith, but also, yes, our faith, and also is going to raise our lightning attack. And on top of that, our stance, which enemies are going to go down in 2 hits. And then, so if you are able to use this weapon, and you guys see it here really quick, you'll be able to see how much damage I do against this foe. And as you guys see here, take a look at how much damage I do. Look at this. I can spam this and just pretty much take him out with my weapon. Look at this. So as you guys saw there, this build is a lot of fun. You are very mobile with this suit. You're very fast, and at the same time, you are going to be striking heavy damage on any foe. And let me show you, if I infuse my weapon with the Nagakiba, and you're going to see how much more fun we get to have, because you'll see how much this weapon does in damage just by doing that simple thing. And he is not here. Where is he? Where's this chicken? So look at that. 1497, you guys are able to do this damage on this foe. And look at this. Again, I'm going to do that. Look at that. Look at that. I almost have him halfway. I'm going to do it again. Look at this. All of this is because of the talismans. And then on top of this is that I'm using, look at that. Broke his stance. Now let me show you guys the points I have attributed in my character itself. Vigor, I have 39. Mine is 38. Endurance is at 40. Strength is on 50. And since I'm going to be focusing on 2 things, one is this dexterity, and then the second one is faith, you see that on dexterity I have 59. And if I'm wearing those pieces of that raises my faith, I have it at 72, and arcane at 20, and intelligence at 25. Overall, guys, making this a very god tier build that you guys can use in Elden Ring. It's also very fun for PvP if you want to take it on there. Also, you probably may be asking yourself, how come I am not using Astral Ward with this weapon, because it's going to be dealing a lot of damage. I did a couple of examples and I tried using lighting on it. It didn't do as well as I hope so, but just by itself, and you are able to infuse it with pretty much with the Vike's Dragon Bolt. Oh my goodness, is very powerful. And because on top of this is one of the longest weapons in Elden Ring, that you can probably just knock everyone very easy out. Anyways, guys, So that is my build. Hope you guys found this video informative. If it did, guys, a like is much appreciated. And if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button, because we got a lot more Elden Ring videos coming up for you guys, builds and things that you've probably never seen and never heard in Elden Ring. And then on top of this, next month, starting July the 1st, I believe June 30th, we got you guys covered fully with Outriders World Slayer. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.